not alive, people!
Hivemind Podcast.
What's up? You're watching Hivemind.
Bow.
We got some different mics in here, so if it sounds different, that's why.
Yep.
And they're facing the right way this time.
We hope so. You tell us.
Yeah. Also, just a reminder, if you're watching, you're a Hiveminder, and give me a grinder. And if I met Nicki Minaj in 2007, I would have signed her.
Ooh.
What do you think?
You're starting to write bars before the show?
I think it's a good intro.
Yeah, I like it. I should bring more heat next time.
If you have
Rickety box.
That's it. That's it.
Okay. I liked it as an intro though.
All right, we're going to start with one of the strangest stories that it's rooted in a meme here. So we recorded a podcast last week and we didn't end up putting it out because the audio was messed up, but we put out a part where we reacted to Tom McDonald. Go check that out if you want. This is not Tom related, but during that podcast, we talked first about how Four Loko had released a Seltzer competitor.
Yeah.
Okay? There's a bizarre twist to this. We were just reacting to it. Face value, picture of the Four Loko Seltzer in front of the other competitors. So White Claw and Truly, among others, you know.
Bubbly booze.
Yeah, it was this picture right here. We got it. It's on the screen. So this was the picture, Four Loko Seltzer Blue Raz. Okay, so a hint of Raz. And what everybody was really geeked about was that it said 14% alcohol. Okay. 14% alcohol in a seltzer, triple.
Well, yeah, sure.
Nearly triple.
Nearly and dearly.
Nearly and dearly triple. Dude, so they should take that if they want it. But anyway, so allegedly, and there are conflicting reports, but I looked into this a little bit today. They weren't actually going to release this. Like, it was like kind of a meme.
Yeah.
But they were gonna make it in 2020. And apparently it had got more impressions in like the first, I think it was just hours. It was trending number 2 in the world on Twitter. And they're now moving it up to Q4 of 2019. So it'll be out like before the year's up.
I can't wait.
But
it's all thanks to us too for overreacting.
Everybody overreacted, yeah. I mean, but I think when I
feel like it's not going to be 14% though.
It remains to be seen. I hope there's caffeine in it.
Oh, like the OG.
The OG Locos had caffeine in it.
Caffeinated seltzer? That's just soda.
Yes, that's soda. But honestly, I'm just so geeked that like a meme really changed a business plan of like a major company.
They had to do it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other people have done this before.
Like trolled and then made it real?
Yeah, like due to the reaction.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck it, we'll run with it. Like, we'll at least do it one time.
Uh-huh. Did they ever make the sandwich from KFC that was like 2 chicken things with the bacon in it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was just maybe
the double down?
Yeah, I thought that maybe was a meme.
Man, if you're out there and you remember the double down, that thing was so good.
We'll get into that later. What, are you getting a phone call?
Our bad friend Jacob.
Let's answer it.
Jake, we're on the podcast. You got something to say?
Hello, is this Graydon?
This is Graydon.
Hello, Graydon. How are you?
You're on the podcast. Don't say anything incriminating.
Nothing. We're on the podcast. I'll call you back.
Wait.
Yeah. Do you want to say anything?
Lil Xan is back in a big way. Can that be my input?
Dude, I have that on my list of things.
Cool.
All right, we'll get into it.
Get forward with your motherfucking wifey. That's all I gotta say.
God, he just rambles on and on. Plans. You want to hang out.
That is a perfect segue, though. Lil Xan's back.
What do you mean? Tell me why he's back.
Okay, so I was saying that he was back before I had heard any music because he had a few posts in a row on his Instagram that were pretty funny. I'm gonna pull up and make sure I get them all right. But he posted, he changed the caption of one of them. But the one that really caught me by surprise is he just posted, he posted this picture here, just a selfie of him. He's looking cool, you know what I mean? And then he says, if I get 10,000 comments on this, I'll pour a gallon of milk on myself. And then following with, Dat boy needs some milk. And so I was posting this on my story, and I was like, dude, Lil Xan's back. I'm on Team Xan. This is hilarious. Like, I don't know why it was so funny. It just made him likable to me again. I was like, yeah, he's gonna pour milk on himself. So he did pour the milk on himself. If you want to see that,
I've seen that before.
have you seen this?
I've seen milk being poured on a lot of people.
Yeah. He's really smoking that cig. Oh, there you go.
Damn, getting him through the whole gallon.
Oh, he does. I mean, he gets more.
It's a lot.
Yeah, so that's a lot of milk. A lot of milk. So I was like, hell yeah. Then he drops this song that is legitimately hard. I'm gonna play the song for you. So
He's been drinking his milk.
yeah, we're gonna speed this one up. The reaction of this because I don't want to get copyright claimed by Lil Xan / everybody who works for him. Shout out Xanarchy though. Shout out Lil Xan. He believes that cheese is a meal. I've talked to him about it.
I don't know how you cut it at this point. The facts are out.
So this will be sped up. But real quick, Earth confirmed round.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Confirmed it in this video.
I can see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get the idea.
Yeah.
You know. He's back.
I mean, it's pretty hard for Lil Xan, but
I don't know. I feel like my hot take on this song is that I feel like it was inspired by Gosha by Snot.
yeah, I feel that.
It has like the same like eerie beat thing and kind of the way he rides it. It's not like a rip of it or anything, but I feel like that definitely like and it has like a different vibe, but I feel like there's like something structurally about it that reminds me of that.
And that's like one of the same reasons I don't like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, all right,
Welcome
to the party.
Yeah, but I still think like as far
does
as
sound good.
compared to everything else that I've heard, it also
That's true.
You know, and I've been listening to it, like actually going back to it. So,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, that's my I think
Xan's back.
Lil Xan could be back, especially if he pours more more liquids on himself and.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do a lot more public embarrassment for me to really get behind the music.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. Well, next thing, Billie Eilish topping Old Town Road. What do you think?
Time.
Somebody did it.
Superwoman.
Yeah. Well, it is the song that spent the most time at number 2 throughout the run.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, that song's been smashing in its own right. It didn't like sneak up on it.
You know what's weird is like I pay attention to the numbers a lot, and so the week before I kind of knew there was a lot of people predicting that it was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought also in my head I was like, okay, like I've heard that song more out and about than Old Town Road. Like this week. Like the week before it took number 1.
Yeah.
I was like, Bad Guy I'm hearing more in like other places, like in the kind of like the in-between places more than Old Town Road, and that's what made it feel.
Yeah, and not to Old Town Road's fault, but Bad Guy hasn't become like a Macarena yet. Like it's not. It doesn't have its own novelty.
That's true. Yeah.
And so like, no one's like casually playing like, oh, what's that one little Nas X song? People are like, get the kids on the dance floor. We're gonna play Old Town Road.
Yeah.
Bad Guys, like people are like, oh, this song's good. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a good song.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's back to normal now.
Yeah.
Now we can like trade songs and.
I hope that Bad Guy, they do the same thing that they did to Old Town Road, though, where they get like a million different remixes. Like, everybody's like, what's the next Bad Guy remix?
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billie Eilish and Billy Ray Cyrus.
Crossover.
That would be something. Just get Lil Nas X on it and keep him at number 1 no matter what.
No shot.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen, but, I mean, he tweeted congratulations, so he's not hating.
My question is, does he ever get another number 1? Your hot take right now.
Yeah, I think he will. Because I personally think that Panini has a chance once the video drops, and the remix I think will be Uzi.
Okay.
There's been rumblings of it, but I mean that and the video, I think Panini has a chance, and then I think whatever he comes with next has a chance. I think he's a talented guy.
Me too.
You
It's a
know,
lot to get 2 number 1s. That puts you in a class.
The underground is not a big fan of Lil Nas X on behalf of Lil Tracy. That's one big thing. So even Lil Tracy tweeted like some stuff to Billie Eilish, like, and like he was like, "Yes, get him, sis," or something like that. It was like pretty funny.
That's fine.
So, yeah, she was saying some shit about Lil Tracy last week in like a positive way. She was like, she was like taking a video or something. She's like, I look like Lil Tracy or something.
I mean, I'm sure she's fucking 17.
Yeah.
She has to like Lil Tracy.
Yeah. Just like me. All right. We're doing one more meme and then we're going to get into some more music. The other meme, the chicken sandwich, the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Oh, Popeyes is better.
Then what? Have you had it?
No, I haven't had it.
It's not even, it's like just came out. I was going to suggest that we go get them and eat them. Okay. But before we do that, because I think we might make a whole podcast out of that, I think we should do a tier list of the chicken sandwiches. Okay. But what's your front runner before Popeyes enters this ring? Your front runner for chicken sandwiches. I love chicken sandwiches.
It's Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, that's number one.
That's a popular one out there that they say.
That's number one.
You think so?
It's number one. And, I mean, you can get a sandwich at Cane's, too, and that thing smacks. It's probably better than Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
If you don't know what Cane's is, move to the Midwest.
Raising Cane's, baby. Texas is where it's from, though. That's where
Texas is the Midwest.
No, it's not.
In the continent.
Yeah, I guess. That would mean Ohio is not the Midwest.
Close enough.
No, it's like mid-east. It's pretty east, bro.
Okay.
It's Great Lakes region, as some people call it.
Nor the heartland of America.
Yeah, it's the heart. It's in the exact heart area. Anyway, yeah, I think that the underdog in this whole, or under chicken in this whole situation is Wendy's.
Oh yeah, that was my other choice. Spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's.
And I have a little bit of insight. Just like in a past life, I worked at the company that does all of Wendy's graphics, like graphic design for the insides of the restaurant. And I was on the team for the rebrand of the spicy chicken sandwich, and they literally brought in a bunch, and I got to eat them. And I think I had like 5 that day, and I was like, whew.
Is that your fill? You couldn't go anymore?
Oh, they were smacking though, and they were free. But they are really, really good and have been around forever. And they really ruled out.
I was working for a company that was running a chicken kind of smuggling ring for Wendy's, and I just wanted to let you know that all their chicken comes from very, very sketchy ways. Like the chicken mafia.
Like sketchy neighborhoods?
Like the chicken mafia is real, and they smuggle other chickens into the country to become sandwiches, and then the money that's made from those sandwiches go back to. It's a whole thing, dude. You'd never get it.
What?
Chick-fil-A, on the other hand, they raise the chickens there at the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
They're born in-house.
It's like an apprenticeship program.
They're born in-house. That's what they say. Mm-hmm. It's like a petting zoo. All little kids pet the little chickens, and then
we know what happens. Okay, for sure. All right. Well, does this have anything to do with the cockfighting ring that you got caught up?
Same thing. Yep. Same thing.
Okay.
One and the same.
Nice. Okay, that's tight. Quickly, Young Thug album. Give me your take.
I mean, it's fire. Give me more time. I haven't listened to it a lot yet, though. 2 listens through, it has some of his best shit I've heard in like a minute.
Okay. Since what?
I want to say like 2016, 2015. When did Slime Season 3 come out?
Slime Season 3 is definitely its best thing since Slime Season 3. I think that's what Jeffrey's close, because Jeffrey was like a really solid pop album kind of thing, like put together. But I think that this album is much more listenable. But Slime Season 3 reigns supreme.
It gives me that same energy though, like when I've listened to it.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to have you not look at the screen for a second.
I'm not looking.
I'm going to play you something really quick. And I'm also not going to include this part just because, don't want to get... I don't want to get too copyright striked. So I'm going to play you this song without you looking at the screen from the Young Thug album, and listen closely. You remember this one?
If I die today like Machiavelli, bring me back, yeah. If I got a problem, call my slime and he say slack, yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly said, if I got a problem, I'd call my slime and just say slap. Just say it.
Just say it.
Just say it, MGK.
Oh, man. I was so mad, dude, because that's like one of my favorite songs on the album, and then he just added this verse.
Added it.
It's literally on the album now. It's not like a remix. It's just like, it's on there.
How much did that cost our friend MGK? Or do you think Young Thug actually fucks with them?
They're on a co-headline tour right now. And I just listened I listened to an interview with Young Thug talk about it, and he said that it got added like a few days before the album came out, and that he almost fired his engineer because his engineer forgot to turn in that verse. And I feel like his engineer might have been like, maybe we don't put this one on there. He said it was the last feature added, but he got it on there, and he was like really pissed that it wasn't on there when it dropped.
Yeah, it doesn't sound mixed well.
I think it sounds fine mixed. I just think it's a bad feature. Like,
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't even hate that much on Machine Gun Kelly these days. I just don't think that, especially on that song, like that song is so good.
And he doesn't even hit his fast flow.
He doesn't do anything really. Because he's
That's
been doing
not
that. His new album is like much more like contemporary, like influenced by the contemporary. Like Machine Gun Kelly's trying to do like a cooler thing now.
He can flow fast, like Busta Rhymes speed.
Yeah, I guess.
That's what I wanted, was a little...
Yeah, so that was really funny to me because it's like a revision to the album that nobody wanted, and I really don't think...
I would, if you're pumped that song or that verse got added, tell me why.
Yeah, I want to know. Yeah, I really actually want to know.
Comment, I'll give you my phone number. You can call me anytime.
Anytime. The other thing that I thought was really interesting about this album is it's about to sell 150K. Best Young Thug's done in, I think, ever. But for an album, I mean, it's his only album, so I think he usually hovers around like 70K or something, and he got 150K on this one. That's projection. Really good. I was thinking about why, other than, like, something that I think is interesting in the music industry is, like, they used to say, specifically with, like, Lady Gaga, they would say, like, because of the way that, like, the music industry works, her albums would sell based on how good her last album was. So, like, people would kind of react. The fan base would be more excited by, you know, if she puts out a really good album and then she puts out her next album, that album is the one that's going to sell really crazy first week numbers, stuff like that. I think that now the process is caught up to itself. And so, based on the buzz of this album being so good, people being like, yes, like, the new Young Thug is hitting, everybody buys it or listens to it that week. And so that's like what I think is really cool in the grand scheme of things.
It's like faster than ever.
Yeah. And then kind of the effects of that are interesting too, is like there's almost been like a media blitz on Young Thug. Like he did an interview with Big Boy, he did that interview with No Jumper, doesn't really ever do interviews, and now people have kind of like simulated these beefs when Young Thug doesn't really have like beef per se. He did back in the day for sure. Like him and Wayne was a big thing, you know, with Barter 6 and all that. And then now they're kind of like recreating those, and I think that's a really interesting like effect of like somebody having a really good album out. Everybody's like, all right,
they got a beef.
YF and Lucci, like that whole thing happened where YF and Lucci came at Thug, and Thug was like, he said, did you see what he said back to him? He said, if I didn't like what you do for your mom and your kids, I would have been killed you. That's what he said in his story.
Classic Stone Cold Thugger.
So that happened, and then he like, you know, he said, he's like, I ain't got no problem with him, like, actually. Like, that's what he said on his interview, at least. He was like, no, like, real problem, I don't got beef with nobody. And then they kind of simulated the Lil Wayne beef again, where he just says, like, I don't think he likes me. Yeah. That's what he said in the interview. He's like, I don't think Lil Wayne likes me. And then like, people were kind of, like, talking about, like, oh, what makes you say that? Like, the whole van shooting up situation back in the day, like, that whole thing. And so it's, like, really interesting. He kind of follows, like, the path of Lil Wayne's career, but has, like, this weird ingrained kind of, like, under-the-surface beef.
Yeah.
To me, Young Thug is, like, the new Wayne in a lot of ways. Like,
sure.
I think, like, now this kind of cements it. Like, a lot of people said, like, his music kind of underperformed for, like, how good everybody thinks Young Thug is.
Yeah, I think he has a long, long, long career left.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it is just gonna, like, his best work is gonna come once, like, the steam from all these simulated beefs in this, like, early part in his career, like, actually settled down.
Yeah. Did Wayne ever, like, bring on proteges to be, like, the people on his songs? Other than, I mean, Drake, obviously. Drake and Nicki.
Yeah.
Those are, like, the big ones. Is there anybody, like...
I mean, I'm sure we're not thinking of a few people. There has to be some people he's, like, launched their career.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of it, like, in, you know, if I take these, like, careers as parallels, I'm like, okay, there's, like, Lil Baby and Gunna and Lil Key and Lil Got It, and, you know, there's other, like, I mean, some people's, you know, I don't think he sounds like him, but, like, Juice WRLD's kind of been under Young Thug's wing a little bit, too. Like, a lot of different people kind of, like, take influence from him, and he kind of works with them.
That's, like, just speaks to Thug's character. Like, I feel like Thug is definitely more of a cooperative guy than Wayne ever was.
Yeah,
you know?
That makes sense.
Like, Thug's whole MO is, like, let's get a bunch of new people, and I want my music to, like, sound as young as possible. So he's, like, getting, like, fresh underground acts
Yeah.
I feel like he definitely emphasized that more than Wayne ever did. Wayne like just came out and said, "I'm the best alive," and that's it. Like, I'm standing on everyone.
Yeah. And then he created the other best. Like, if Drake really went, I couldn't see Lil Baby or Gunna or Keter Got It going to that level. I don't see them going to nobody's going to a Drake level from under Young Thug. I don't think that's possible.
No, I don't think so either.
But that also may speak to kind of how high the ceiling was for Lil Wayne as opposed to Young Thug. Young Thug is kind of like a cultural phenomenon, but he's not, worldwide like the same way Lil Wayne was. But
hasn't had the pop crossover.
Yeah, other than, the Camila Cabello thing went diamond, he told an interesting story on Big Boy. You should watch the Big Boy interview if you haven't. It's really cool to hear Young Thug talk about stuff. But apparently he sat on the Camila Cabello thing for 6 months and didn't want to do the song, and his mom convinced him to do it.
Wow.
Yeah, and then that song went diamond. And
Shout out mom.
Shout out moms. Oh, real quickly, I have a question for Joey Razook. If Joey Razook is watching this, shout out him for this merch. It's pretty sweet.
Fire.
Can you wash it with these on it? I've been like, I don't know if I should
turn
wash
it inside out, and you can. I've
really?
I've owned bedazzled clothes. Trust me, bro. Just turn it inside out, yeah. And if you want to be really safe, wash in the sink with your hands and love.
No, dude, I would never wash something by hand. That's
Yeah,
why I have a butler. All right.
That's who that guy was.
All right, so I have 2 things to show you that I really can't believe, but I also think that they speak to kind of like a trend that is happening in music that is kind of, I don't know, like I feel like this may speak to where things might go in more of a general standpoint, not just rap, just like the general zeitgeist of music. I'm going to show you this song first. Here we go. This really blew my fucking mind, I'll tell you that much.
I'd be 5'4" if I never had to watch a commercial again.
All right, what do you think?
I wish I had more thoughts on it, but I'm gonna have like a nightmare first tonight.
Oh, okay.
And then it's gonna come itching back into my brain.
Do you know who she is?
No.
Okay. Real quick, I'm gonna show you who she is.
Is it the actual Avril Lavigne? Because they replaced her.
Oh my god, it did. You never saw this video from 4 years ago?
I'm Poppy. 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 I am Poppy. I'm 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 Poppy.
No, I haven't seen this.
Okay.
Don't care to finish it either.
You get to the point. You get the point.
No, it's
All
fine.
right. So she did a bunch of videos like this that were very they were shared for kind of just their weirdness. Like she would just be like, "I'm Poppy."
But never made music?
Well, she was making music. Like she has songs with like Grimes and Hannah and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like she was making like kind of that style of music. And then she made a song. I wish I knew like more of the full timeline, but she released a song like a few months ago with the Fever 333, which is like the dude from Let Live, that old like hardcore band. They started a band, like Grammy nominated like rock band, like big like kind of like metal rock, like stuff like that, whatever. She did a song with them, and now they're her backing band on that new song too. And from what I understand, I could be wrong about that too, but whatever. And she signed to Sumerian Records, which is like a metalcore label. And she's she's massively popular online. Like I was very surprised to see her like take this route, but like
who's done it?
That's what I mean. And who's made music that sounds like that? No one.
It's like I thought I was watching like a variety show.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. I mean, I think juxtaposition is a huge part of what music is going to be. Is like a lot of stuff is really explored. So when you putting new things together is like how you make something new.
Yeah.
Or putting old things together is how you make something new. So I don't know. I'm very interested. I'm like all in, gonna follow Poppy's career now.
I'm into it, and I would just want someone to take the last 20 seconds of that song and put it over like a trance beat. For
Yeah. Someone on SoundCloud can definitely hook you up with that.
Give me like a 10-minute loop of that.
I love the lyric. Just
I love that.
Concrete, turn me into a street. So that's one thing, okay? Now on a bigger scale, I'm gonna play you something else that came out today. This is the new single from the 1975, okay?
Fucking better be different. Never been a fan, I'll just say.
Different is the word I would use.
Oh.
Seizure warning, so... So...
That's my favorite 1975 song I've ever heard.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty massive departure for them from their everything else, so...
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Because I fuck with that.
See? And this is what I'm saying is I think hard rock on the radio is going to be not necessarily by hard rock bands,
Right.
but I think that's definitely seeping its way back in.
It's alive, baby. That was rock and roll.
See, that's what I'm saying. And like they're getting compared to like, you know, like post-hardcore and emo bands from like the 90s. Like a lot of people are like comparing this to Glassjaw. And like they were like a pop band, like like soul funk
Damn
pop
it, fuck with it.
boy band mix, you know what I mean? Like it was like, and I mean I really fucked with it.
Yeah.
I've always really liked the 1975. And another interesting thing about them is they like the single before this, they released another single for their album before this, and it was like a kind of like a soundscape, like almost like instrumental, like post rock type of thing with a 16-year-old climate activist just like speaking over it about like facts about what we're facing like in the
This
environment.
seemed like an urgent message.
See, and both, that's what I'm saying is I think that not only is hard rock going to find its way back in, but I think it kind of is a little delayed. Like a lot of people were predicting kind of like the resurgence of punk to be at the hands of like Donald Trump becoming the president. I think like what we're facing now is kind of gonna be the message.
Yeah.
And I think it's mostly gonna be climate change stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be like climate change stuff, power struggles, kind of dethroning the masters type of thing is what we're going to be hearing in a lot of the music that's at the very top from now on. Like this type of stuff, I think it just comes with the territory of like what you're going to talk about. They're going to be making shit that sounds like this.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of pop stars are going to start doing the kind of like...
It's the hard. It just becomes harder and harder to be a pop star. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the more money you have and, like, the more you're allowed to travel and, like, see and experience the world, the more you realize, like, how going to shit it is.
Yeah.
And you come out and, you know, you paint your face white and you dye your hair black and you start screaming at people. That's what you do.
I also think that with great power comes great responsibility. It's a trope, you know, Spider-Man or whatever, but it just, like, it happens when you get to that level. You think, okay... Once you have I can sit here with no real voice and I joke about whatever and say like blah, blah, blah. But then once you get to that level where like people are listening to you, sometimes you're like, is it more important to say a joke here or is it more important to, you know, make a point or like whatever? Or you can get your joke to make the point, which is I think is the best way. So.
And if you're not clear, we're not to that level yet and we are just making a joke.
Yeah, this is a joke. All of what we're talking about is a joke.
Except this song, which was sick.
Yeah, see, there we go. Get a cosign from Graydon. So, other than that, I think that's about it for today. You know what I mean?
Punk rock's back, baby. Next episode, our faces will be white and our hair will be black.
Yeah, we'll be screaming. Thanks for watching. Cheese by itself is a meal. I've had my mind changed by Suicide Rascal Foundation.
Nominated for Best Short Film of the last week.
By whoever does that.
The Academy. I don't know who they are, but I know some friends, and they said it was sick. So.
Wendigo interview out now. Bunch of other stuff coming next week. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. This is Hivemind. Hivemind TV on Instagram.
If you get a new tattoo, wash it, or it could get infected.
And send us a picture of it. I want to have Dishwalla on here finally so we can sing the song with them. No, we're not going to get claimed.
Aren't all those original members dead?
Dishwalla?
I think they died in
like
a
from
dishwasher accident.
They're like from the 90s. Alternative rock band from Santa Barbara, California. The band's name comes from a Hindi term for a person providing satellite TV to a neighborhood. No, it does not. You gotta be kidding me. Dude, what? Dishwalla just means like somebody who has like runs satellite TV and everybody gets the satellite pickup.
Yeah, I really thought you thought of that on the spot.
Dude, that's for real.